I beyond myself. I'm disgusted with what happened last night. It was not planned by any means, and it's not fun for me because I'm betting these here as well, and I don't know what to say. I feel bad when we go 1-2. I feel bad when we go 2-1. So to be swept off the board like that, punched in the gut, and I know exactly what happened. I was making fun of Ben Raza on the MLB parlay video, which is up, by the way, here on the Odd Shopper channel. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please. If you haven't subscribed, then please. And if you haven't hit the notification bell, I understand after last night, but you should on all of our videos because we have so much content going on. We got our ass kicked last night. It's plain and simple. The night before we go 3-0. Last night we go 0-3. I appreciate all the comments, all the negative, hateful comments. Keep them coming. I deserve them. I deserve a smack in the face after what happened last night. I hate it. And I was watching it. Chances. The Mets men on first and second with no outs. All right. We're done with that. We move on. Thank goodness it's another day and it's another opportunity here. All right. We're not going to do that. Don't worry about that. That's the MLB parlay video. In this case, we have a chance here to just get you no run first innings. We're going to start with the Yankees-Mariners game and work our way down. Now, I see that total, by the way, is sitting at 7. And the game tonight, the play, by the way, is going to be yes, as soon as I get there. The play tonight is also predicated on pitching matchup, especially Robbie Ray. I don't trust that what you saw from Robbie Ray last time out is what you're going to get against an opportunistic, a hitting team like the Yankees. Just don't trust that. If you look at the previous 2 starts before Ray's most recent, both against Houston, mind you, but still, that's the point. They were a disaster. So Yankees now pose a serious threat. No, it doesn't matter who's hurt around Aaron Judge. He's still Aaron Judge. So if you're not pitching to Aaron Judge, then you're walking Aaron Judge, and you're putting him on the base path in the first inning. Either way, I'm okay with this. Judge is going to find a way to get on the base path, and that's what we're playing here, scoring chances. This was lower, minus 135 or so. It's dipped now significantly. But Seattle, who normally doesn't give up a lot of runs, surrenders just 0.30 runs per first inning to visitors, but they have in 2 of their last 3 games. And if you want to look at what the Yankees are doing, and again, you're looking at plus 115. Why? Because Nestor Cortez is going to automatically shut Seattle down. Yankees have a really good matchup against Robbie Ray, and they plate already 0.64 runs per first inning on the road. That's second best across all of baseball. So I really like where we are right now, jumping in first play here. Yankees, Mariners, yes, run first inning. And that's plus 115 on the book. Now, speaking of that book, BetMGM, take advantage of this. Did this last night. I don't know why you wouldn't. Threw Cooper's WNBA plays into a nice, juicy parlay. Had a family member who finally took advantage of the risk-free bet. Told him, I said, you don't need to put the $1,000 in. It can be up to $1,000. He says, no, I'm full throttle on the $1,000. The link is below. OS NRFI is the code. Either one work. Either one sign you up. I was right there next to him as he did it. It was a flawless process. And then immediately upon depositing that money, he said, all right, what do I do? What do I do? So I told him what to do. We went immediately to the Odd Shopper YouTube channel and we watched Cooper's WNBA video. And we played his picks. And we parlayed them, and he won a plus 114 parlay as a result with a $1,000 risk-free bet. Now, if he had lost that bet, $1,000 right back into your account, you already put that money into it. It doesn't have to be $1,000, up to $1,000. So that's the big thing here is you don't need to put the full grand in there. It can just work its way up to it. Next play, Marlins, Phillies. It's a big one on the mound. Pretty big pitcher in case you haven't heard of him. Now, I'm not talking about Thor, of course. Look at this, by the way. Sandy Alcantara, plus 105 to the Phillies minus 125. And I think you can look at 2 things. First, There is expectation that Syndergaard settles down following his first start against Washington, who can score, by the way, in the first inning. They have this weird knack for doing so on the road. But the expectation is that he can settle down against a Miami team that just doesn't slash and chop and hit a lot. The other side of this is that Alcantara, and then look at the total at 7. If he can't come in and cool off a Phillies team that's put up 3+ runs in each of their last 5 games, pardon me, I don't know what to say. Actually, might be 4+ over their last 5. They've been hitting so well. But I'll give the benefit to the starting pitcher here. I give the benefit to Miami's ace, to the guy who realistically is walking away, maybe even moonwalking away with. Now, this was 135 earlier. This is where I stop at -155, but this is the play. No. Sandy Alcantara is just an animal. The guy is a beast. He is a marvel on the mound and is worth every single cent of admission. The Marlins don't score much on the road. They have a low runs per first inning average, and they're not going to get to Syndergaard as a result of grinding him down. If Syndergaard makes a mistake, if Syndergaard walks a guy or hits a guy in the head, that's a different story. Kyle Schwarber, somebody drops a ball in the outfield, different story. But based on Syndergaard alone, this is not a matchup that we should fear. And it's actually one that I'm okay laying the 155 to win one here. Especially because the matchup against the Phillies is going to cause so much concern to go no one anything because they've been so hot. Well, hold on a second. You're talking about a William H. Macy level cooler stepping in with Alcantara. So that's where we go with our second play. And these are always straight. You can run the parlay video all you want there and play them in a round robin. You can play all 6, whatever you like. Last game, Braves, Red Sox. Another one last night did not come into fruition. A error screwed us to the wall, but such is life. These things happen. We're going to go yes. And again, this moved on the written piece. It was -110. If you're watching this, it's -120. This is where I would stop. 125, too much. 130, way too much. Nick Pivetta, Kyle Wright. All right. Neither one of these guys have a K rate worth mentioning as far as scary or enough to shut anybody down. 23.5% is right, and that's the highest of the two. Both have slightly, and I use that word slightly, uncomfortable walk rates. The ball we saw was flying out of the park last night. So Red Sox bats are working. Braves bats are working. Braves, if you look at it, 4th best in baseball, averaging 0.58 runs per first inning on the road. Now, if you're looking at Boston on the same vein here, they give up 0.65 runs per first inning to visitors. That's 3rd worst in baseball. All right, so let's look at this. The Braves are 4th best in all of baseball, averaging 0.58 runs per first inning on the road. And Boston is 3rd worst in baseball, giving up 0.65 runs per first inning to visiting opponents. So is Nick Pivetta, and the answer is no, is Nick Pivetta good enough to outpitch the wave that's coming behind him? No. I mean, you have to find one of these long videos down in like the Great Barrier Reef of that surfer just navigating and navigating and navigating and finally just succumbing to the element, but ultimately riding that wave for as long as humanly possible. No, this is like you or me getting on a surfboard the first time. That wave's just going to come right down on Nick Pivetta. He can't outpitch this. 2 contact pitchers more often than not squaring off against lineups that are hitting the baseball. Sign me up for a yes run first inning. So run it back. Yes, New York, Seattle. No, Miami, Philadelphia. Yes, Atlanta, Boston. Those are your 3. Put them in single. That's what we suggest. You want to put them in a parlay, round robin. That's up to you. Either way, whatever you do at BetMGM, why not make it a risk-free bet when you sign up? Click the link below. You know the drill. Use our promo code OSNRFI. Doesn't matter. Either way, same spot. Deposit up to $1,000. Can be as low as you'd like. Can be up to $1,000. And then bet that. Whatever you deposit, bet it because it's going to be risk-free. Don't follow me. Follow Raza. Follow Cooper, Ehrenberg, Engelman, Lindquist. It's a law firm. Follow any of them. And yeah, follow me too. But really, Cooper's on fire. So actually, shout out to Lindquist because he knocked some stuff out of the park too. All right, we'll see you. You know the drill. Thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. And yes, tonight we will cash some tickets.